I think it is likely that the incumbent will win. And I know the polls today say that Joe Biden is leading in a number of swing states, but we're far, far, far away from November in political life. So I think it's pretty much a jump ball, although I think I give the advantage to the incumbent, President Trump. I think it's more likely he gets reelected than not. President Trump's vision, I think, is pretty clear in most people's minds these days. Vice President Biden is less clear in people's minds as to what he would do. Well, it's been 28 years since an incumbent lost in his bid for reelection. There's great power to incumbency. You basically set the national agenda. You get TV time when your opponent can't. Particularly in a crisis, you get a lot of TV time.
I am profoundly religious. My faith is at the heart of who I am. It's the most difficult decision I've ever made in my life. There's been nothing that compares to this.
And what about the blowback that it's going to come from the president?
I understand it will be substantial, and I have to recognize that it was one or the other.
I don't like people who use their faith as justification for doing what they know is wrong.
There's a hymn that is sung in my church. It's an old Protestant hymn, which is do what is right, let the consequence follow. Yeah, again, I can't let personal considerations, if you will, overwhelm my conscience and overwhelm my oath to God. Do you abide by the oath that you swore to God? And I believe in God, and I believe I have a responsibility to put that first and to put all those other consequences well behind.
But if your faith is your excuse for why you want to impeach this president, the mainstream media celebrates that and says what a conscientious, honorable decision that is. I think that's a serious contradiction that we need to come to grip with.
I agree with him 80% of the time. I don't dislike the president. We get along fine. I've known him for years and years, well before politics, before either one of us was in politics. If we Republicans choose Donald Trump as our nominee, the prospects for a safe and prosperous future are greatly diminished. But you say, wait. Isn't he a huge business success? Doesn't he know what he's talking about? No, he isn't. And no, he doesn't.
So with Mitt Romney, I'd love him to be a team player. Possibly he won't be. I'm surprised he acted so quickly.
You're going to be the only Republican senator voting to convict the president. It's going to get pretty lonely in this town for you.
Yeah, it's going to get very lonely.
You know, it's disappointing that Senator Romney bought into all of Adam Schiff's continued lies about the president.
He has come to Donald Trump for his endorsement, for money when he was running. He blew his chance. Bigly. He's not brave. He's a coward.
Okay, so the idea that doing exactly what the establishment media and the swamp want you to do is brave is just not. It's the opposite of brave. But if Romney were brave, he would have run for U.S. Senate in Massachusetts against Elizabeth Warren. Right. Okay, instead of carpetbagging his way into a red state where the Republican was going to win anyway. It is not courageous to do things that are against the will of the people of Utah.
I know a lot of you, especially in Utah and around the country, are mad at Mitt tonight, and you have every right to be as far as I am concerned. Frankly, it is sad. Mitt Romney is now a diminished figure.
It certainly energized the base for Republicans, and I'm pretty sure I can clearly bet that Trump is going to win Utah in this election.